Hello and welcome back to Reddit Replies. In this video, parents of Reddit, what secrets do you know about your son that they don't know you know? Found some very dirty stuff on my browser history after my daughter spent the night. She was 14. And also a Google search on how to delete history. She was unsuccessful. I was very disappointed about her lacking computer skills. When we moved into this house, I did up an old workshop that was away from the house so my son and his mates could use it. It's been carpeted and curtained for insulation/soundproofing, has good electrics so light/heat/fridge taken care of. Fully networked for internet, Xbox, and later we improved the ventilation due to the copious amounts of weed they all smoke. It also has its own entrance so people can come and go, and pizza can be delivered without it disturbing me. When he was a teenager, it was packed with his friends every night. At weekends, they'd even sleep in there. But while he thought he was getting a great deal from us, at least I knew where he was every night, and never had to worry about him hanging out on street corners or committing petty crimes because he had nowhere to go, and giving myself, and more importantly my wife. That kind of peace of mind was priceless. Not a parent, but after getting caught asking Jeeves once for naked pictures of Britney Spears, long time ago, I thought that I learned how to get my porn the proper way. I would just go print the pictures and clear the history. After accumulating tons of printed pictures that got dirtier as I got older, I come home one day to find that my lovely mother has cleaned my room. In a panic, I just awkwardly thank my mom and go to run upstairs. Before I can, she just says, "Oh, and I put your things in the bottom drawer of your far nightstand." Sure enough, my wank bank was neatly organized in a box in my nightstand. It was difficult times when we only had family computers. My 12-year-old made it abundantly clear yesterday that he's been visiting porn sites by freaking out when I open Firefox on his account. I have no intention of checking out his history. None. Edit. Fuck. Several people convinced me that I should look, just in case. So I did. Now I feel soiled. Not by what I saw, which was nothing I hadn't seen before, but because I violated his privacy. At least I am somewhat reassured he hasn't discovered some darker porn depths than I knew existed. He's also clever. He's found a site that allows you to view a few full-length movies in full quality for free, and it looks like he's been returning each day for new ones. I'm clever too. I copied the Firefox history file, places AskReddit, from his profile to one of mine, so he'll have no idea that I've seen his history. Still feel shitty doing it. Edit 2. I made a mistake. I only looked at the links he'd visited very quickly. The videos, which I thought were full length, are only 2-minute previews. There is at least one official site that streams full-length videos for free though. Saw it a while back, and can't remember its name. Affiliated with free ones, I think, but it's not HD. Nowadays I tend to either torrent or use Zamster. Well, let's see one. One day at 15 he comes home very late from school. He has a shit-eating grin and avoids eye contact. He immediately takes a shower, something he never did after school. That was the day he lost his virginity. But I checked the condoms I kept stored in a drawer in the living room. Yep, some were missing. I'm not a parent, but one Saturday when I was in high school, I snuck out the basement window. Clean getaway, had fun with my friends, and smooth re-entry and back into bed. The next morning, my mom, dad, and I were finishing breakfast. I felt like a fucking panther. I just duped my dad. He went to West Point and was in the army for quite some time, so he is very alert. My mom went upstairs and I was washing my dishes. My dad walks over to me and says suspiciously, "D, hey, can you load the dishwasher?" Me, "Sure." Dad starts to walk upstairs, stops, turns, continues to walk, stops, turns. D, "Oh, and when you're done, can you clean up the mud you left behind on the wall from when you snuck out the basement window last night?" Thanks, smiles, and walks upstairs. And I'm not a parent yet, but I'd like to share an awkward story from my own teenage years. I was raised by my super strict, hardcore Christian Baptist grandparents. I was a really horny virgin female. Since I wasn't ready to give it up yet, I went to Spencer's and bought myself a nice dildo vibrator. We had such great times together, and I'd hide it under a certain stack of notebooks and papers in my drawer. One day, I came home from school, and my grandma said, "Honey, your room was looking messy, so I cleaned it for you." I thought, okay, she picked up and probably vacuumed. No biggie. When I got in there, I immediately checked my secret hiding place. The dildo was gone. She had cleaned and organized my room, which was unnecessary. I never saw the dildo again and she never brought it up. So without a dildo, I lost my virginity to my boyfriend. Way to go, Grandma. I'm divorced now, but had a teenage stepson during the MySpace boom. I asked him one day if he had a MySpace page, and he said, "MySpace, what is that?" I knew he was full of shit. One day he left his email open on the computer, and there were about 100 emails saying someone had posted on his MySpace page. One email was where he sent his girlfriend his login info for his page. Great move. More on that later. He tried to act like a badass on there and was talking about drinking and fighting and getting laid. He was 14 and a bit of a geek, and I'm pretty sure none of this was happening as he spent most weekends at home. I checked the page periodically to see what he was up to. One day I go on there and his page is pink with hearts and penises all over it. Huge text saying I am gay and I love guys, and a huge paragraph confessing his love for this other boy. At this point I call him in and ask him what the hell is going on. He damn near shits himself when he sees the page on screen. Long story short, he'd tried to grab some boob on his girlfriend and she told him no. He tried again and she said no and he got pissed. So she took control of his MySpace page and turned him gay, then changed the password. Well played, 8th grade girl. Well played indeed. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.